Hey, you are watching Devlog 6 for BugSquash, an upcoming game where you play as a professional bug squasher. BugSquash is currently available for a wishlist on Steam, so if you like what you see, or you just want to feel the satisfaction of hunting bugs, then be sure to check it out. I'm also experimenting with a different format for my devlogs. For this one, I'm trying a bit of a longer form, but much more raw format, where I kind of talk through as I walk through the game. Um, I've yet to discover a format that works well, so I'd love to hear what you think. So please leave a comment if you can, and also if you enjoyed watching, please consider liking the video. Any feedback helps me improve my content. Anyway, on with the actual devlog. I am super excited to show you some of the new updates since the last devlog. So here on the main menu, we have something very simple that was done where you have a profile here. Now we can delete them and there is a confirmation window that shows up. So what we did last time was there was no actual prompt. So what would happen is you click delete and it's just gone right away. You don't even get a chance to confirm, so you can just accidentally click this button and there goes your saved data. This time now, if you accidentally press the delete button, at least now you have a chance to say no. In this case, sure, I'll delete it, but then we can create it again. Now, I'm gonna go through some of the new changes or new updates for the prep room we have here. So, first thing you can see here is we have some new buttons. So, what we have here is a find jobs button, which is the same find jobs screen that has always been here. So one thing that we added here was when you click on a mission, you'll get a prompt. So you can see all the details up close. Then you have a choice to start the mission, or maybe you don't like that mission, you can go back. Same thing here. It's just a bit of a better user experience, I would say, to be able to, if you accidentally click one of these, you don't have to start the mission right away. You can actually back out if you feel like you don't like it, or if you accidentally clicked on it, right? So that's pretty cool. One thing I want to show here are the finances page. So now you can actually see a summary of your money. Um, Previously, there wasn't really a good way to see how much money you had, and to be fair, the feature's not fully fleshed out because even though you're earning money, you can't really spend it right now. Obviously, in the future, we're going to have features that allow you to actually spend your money, such as buying new equipment, upgrading your equipment, and so on. So, um, at least now, your laptop has a way to see your money. So yeah, that's that. All right. So, one thing I want to point out, this is another new feature. It's very small, but the pause menu has actually been updated. So, not sure if you remember what the pause menu looked like before, but it was a bunch of placeholder buttons. Now we actually have the similar style to what the main menu looks like. So that's always nice to have. So another new feature is a new bug to squash, and maybe you've already noticed in the bottom left, we have fly and spider. So flies have always been around since the beginning, since the early prototype, but we need some more different types of bugs to squash. So figured, what's another very annoying and what's another annoying little pest in the house? And I don't know, do you guys like spiders? Because I don't really like spiders. But yeah, we got a spider. This actually took a lot longer than I expected to implement because the movement for spiders are actually quite different. um, Flies just fly around and I can make the movement somewhat random, but um, spiders need to be able to crawl not just on the floor, but on the walls, on the ceilings, and getting the physics to actually work the way I wanted it to work was actually not, it was not easy. Even here, I guess it's not too bad though. I think it worked out relatively decent. As you can see, the spider does crawl around. One thing about them is they're very silent, so not like flies where you can kind of hear the buzzing and figure out where they are. With spiders, you gotta spend some effort to figure out where they are. So what's cool is that they can actually climb up ceilings like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and swat this one. There we go. There's probably one more. Well, there is one more. That's what the counter's there for, and guess I gotta look for it. Oh wait, I think I see it. There we go. Oh, it's on the floor. Oh, missed. There we go. So spiders were added as another bug to squash, and obviously now they have to be added to the bug book. So here it is in all its glory. Small, fast, and silent, can climb walls and ceilings. And I know it's not the prettiest spider out there, but hey, it is a spider. It has 8 legs. One thing I also want to go over is updates to the bug book. So previously the bug book looked a little, I mean, it's not exactly the prettiest thing even now with the updates, but it was a little bit too complicated. There were a bunch of tabs on the sides, and at first when I was designing this, I thought that, oh, I want to have a bunch of different bugs, and each tab will be a specific kind of bug, which technically that's still what I want to do, but there were like something like 16 different tabs, and when I thought about it, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to come up with 16 different bugs to squash unless I get really creative. In either case, I thought it just took up too much room. It was a bit ugly. It was kind of hard to see which tab was available, or sorry, not which tab was available, but it was hard to see which tab was actually even active when you're selecting them, because everything was kind of like there weren't enough colors for 16 distinguishable colors, right? So what we have here is a very simplified tab at the top. Instead, we got fly, we got spider, and then also we got some unknown bugs here. These tabs are actually somewhat placeholders. I can make these look a lot nicer than they are right now, but for now, this is what we have. I think it will be much more simplified, and we can also add additional tabs as we need to, but for now, this is what we have. So so yeah, these are the updates for the bug book. I wanted to mention one thing. As you noticed here, there are find jobs, which is this screen that you're probably all familiar with. Finances to see how many jobs you've completed, and the amount of money that you have, what you've earned, what you spent. And there is another one here called social media, and I bet you're probably wondering what that is. Well, you're going to find out in the next devlog. One new feature I also want to talk about here is the simplified UI, really, for the for when you're on a mission. So if you remember previously, the old UI had a timer at the top right corner. It also had the number of bugs remaining. I believe it was the top left, and also the challenges that you have. In this case, it's squashing 5 spiders. That was also in the top left. So it's a bit hard to see, I found, and it was blocking a lot of the things I wanted to see on my screen. And also, one big thing was it wasn't actually tracking multiple, how do you call it? Multiple bugs. The previous UI did not allow for showing multiple bugs on the screen. It only showed the one, which was the fly. So now that we added the spider, we need to account for that. So I changed the UI a bit. I kind of simplified it. Before we had some kind of weird graphics I say weird because it was basically like a blob. It's trying to be fancy, but it I feel like it doesn't work out very well. It just looks kind of weird to me. So I just went here with standard boxes. Very simple. Bottom left now shows the remaining bugs that you have on the mission. See, we have 5 flies and 5 spiders. And then our challenges are now on the bottom right. Right now, there's only one challenge that can be active at a time, but in the future, we could definitely be adding multiple challenges. So, the idea is when you complete these challenges, you should be earning more money, right? Your clients are probably going to be very happy to see that you've squashed bugs in a more impressive way, I guess you could say. So, um, so yeah, that's what we've got. I guess there's one other thing I want to talk about, and it's really hard to show this, but in I've felt that the swatter attack was a bit finicky. It still kind of is, but it's much more improved now. So I think the problem I was having before was the swatter would uh, just not really hit when you expect it to hit. So here, let's see if I can give an example here. So there's some spiders here, and okay, and that one just hit fine. I think because I fixed the bug, so it's no longer happening. But there are times when you try to attack, and it even shows up as a red swatter, so you should think like, oh yeah, we should hit this, but it doesn't actually hit, and the bug just gets away. So yeah, I tweaked the hitboxes a bit. um, Now it should be much more consistent. uh, I mean, this is something, it's already frustrating trying to kill bugs, and it'll be more frustrating if you're trying to squash bugs, and bugs not being squashed when you expect them to be squashed. So they definitely didn't want to frustrate players. So yeah, it was something I had to prioritize, making sure that the swatting experience in general was satisfying. So um, yeah, I think that's mostly it for this devlog. There's a lot of things. I think the biggest thing was the spider. Uh, it was took me a lot longer than I expected to get the spider working. Again, because of the weird mechanics, right? It doesn't just fly around. It crawls on the walls, crawls on the ceilings, and just different behavior overall. So, but it was really fun to implement. And now we have more than just flies flying around. We got spiders that we have to kind of look for, and they pose quite a bit of a challenge because they're very silent, and sometimes you can't hear them at all. So you'll have to keep an eye out for something that's crawling in the corner of your screen. For example, I can't find this for the life of me. Oh, there's some spider. All right, we got that one, and um, there's definitely a fly somewhere here. Oh, there's the fly. Flies are best killed when they're near a wall. All right, and there's that last spider. Get you there. All right. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got for this devlog. This devlog was a bit late. Things got a bit busy, and but that's okay. I still got it in for the month of September. I'm pretty happy with how the game is turning out. As you can see, it's things are just the game. The core of the game is there. It's I think the final stretch is really adding more bugs, just completing, refining things in general. Right now, these challenges are kind of a little bit random. Uh, this also kind of random. The map. I want to be able to add more different house types, for example. Um, and also one thing is adding different bugs based on the terrain type of the map. And also, as you can see, there is a social media aspect here. So don't worry, it's not real social media. It's this is gonna be an offline single player game. There's gonna be no actual social media on the internet sort of thing here. But the idea is, well, I shouldn't spoil it. I think it will be good for you to see what that is in the next devlog. So I think that's all, folks. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next devlog. Don't forget that BugSquash is available for wishlist right now on Steam. So if you'd like to squash bugs, make sure you wishlist and you'll be the first to know when the game's released. There's no official release date as of yet. You can expect an announcement soon, but really it depends on how far you get with implementing and really refining the rest of the game. So definitely keep an eye out, and yeah, we'll see what happens.